Yo guys, what is up? It is Khan here, and I'm sorry if I'm a bit quiet, it's a little bit late. But today is big news. This news broke like hours ago, a long time ago, and I'm sorry I'm only making a video on it now. I've only got around to it till now, but in October 2018, there might, and it's being talked very highly right now, back in WWE, apparently, at least that's what people are saying, a pay-per-view in Melbourne in 2018, and it'll be the first, I believe, first pay-per-view outside North America, like full pay-per-view, not a network exclusive, like Beast in the East, or even the first, because it's going to be called, which probably will be called Global Warning. The first Global Warning technically wasn't a pay-per-view because it was only available on DVD, and the people that went and watched it. And then, yeah, so this would be on the network, it'd be on, your Foxtel, your cable, be on all that. And they're looking, alright. Now, in Australia, I think it's probably the biggest stadium here in Australia. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm in Tasmania. But in Melbourne, Victoria, the Melbourne Cricket Ground, the MCG, has over 130, I think it's about 130,000, 100,000 plus people there, plus more if you're thinking about people that can sit on the footy field. Because, they're going to have that there, the seats there as well as the stands. So, yeah, I mean, they originally had an Etihad, or what was called I don't know what it was called back then, 2002, which has 50,000. You'd think they'd have it there, but they're looking to go big, like really big, which is just, it's, if this goes well, if it happens and it goes well, and I'm probably going to be going if it happens, and I'll definitely record it and whatnot, but if this happens and it goes well, you could imagine them doing pay-per-views and all that sort of stuff. Probably not the MCG again, but Etihad. They wouldn't do like Rod Laver Arena and the Sydney Q something or other arena. They're two small venues, so Etihad and MCG are the way to go. But if they actually did something at the MCG, like, I think Etihad's the way to go. MCG just seems way too big. But if they do it, they do it. It's their decision, But like, MCG seems way too big. But you got to think, if it happened at the MCG and they got 100,000 plus people, it'd be the biggest WWE event ever. The biggest was, they say it's 101,000, but it was only like 93,000 paid people that were there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there was 100,000 plus people there. I don't know what the actual story was, but they said it was 101,000 something or other, but people say it was only 93,000. I don't know. But if it happened at the MCG and it was sold out or close to sold out, it would be the biggest attendance. It'd break the WWE attendance record. So, this is big for WWE. Like, if this happens, this is huge. So, I don't know what to say, because I'm actually excited for this. If it happens, it'll be on the network. Like, we have the tour that comes around August and September, which I went to a couple years ago, that you can see just up here. There's a little photo of me just up here, there. But that's obviously the tour. That's just the WWE Live house show, whatever you want to call it, and that's not on TV. And nothing will really happen unless, the last few years, only two big things have happened. AJ winning the US title, and Samoa Joe winning the NXT championship. They're the two big things that have happened over the last few years that haven't been on TV. They had the NXT tour last year, I think it was last year. Nakamura won his second NXT title in Japan. Was it in Japan? Yeah, it was in Japan. Sorry, I'm not even thinking of it. That's not what I'm talking about. But that was on TV. The NXT tour was actually on TV. It was recorded earlier and screened later, just like NXT works. But yes, that's what happened. Because I think, I don't know. I'm just trying to think about what's happening. But yeah, honestly, sorry if this video was like a bit of, I'm just trying to break this news. If it happens, it'll happen at the MCG, most likely. Honestly, if I was WWE, I'd go Etihad first, because Etihad's still bigger than the average Raw or something. The average even pay-per-view. So I don't know why they're going big in Australia. It's a bit of a, but I mean, look, it's worth a go, you know. But honestly, I think I'd go Etihad first. But Etihad 2002 was a huge success, global warning. But you have to think, if they did it at the MCG and wanted to sell out, they'd have to have the cards stacked, just like the original global warning. I know the main event was Lesnar, Rock, and Triple H for the WWE title. The Rock retained. I could think they'd have to do it, like have a stacked card, you know. By then, hopefully Daniel Bryan's back in the ring, so I get to see Daniel Bryan, if, you know, he's back in the ring by then, because there's more news that if he does wrestle again in WWE, it won't be until SummerSlam. That's what people are saying. Reigns and... I'm just trying to do some other news. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to do some other news right now as well. Reigns and Triple H had that IC title match. Silly idea, but anyway. I don't know what else really there is to say, but if it happens at the MCG, more than likely, they will break the attendance record, and then don't, 5 years or so, don't be shocked if you see WrestleMania in Australia, because, like, if they can do something like that at the MCG, they want to break it again at the MCG, just chucking a few more seats and whatnot. Like, it would be insane. I don't know what sort of pay-per-view it's going to be. If they're going to do a cheeky dual brand pay-per-view, they'll call it a network exclusive, but it will be a pay-per-view. Maybe that's what they'll do, or it might be a Raw or SmackDown pay-per-view. No one really knows yet, but I'm so excited. And yeah, 5 years or so, we might get WrestleMania down here. Another thing is, if it's a pay-per-view or a, network exclusive, or I don't know what they call it, but no, it will be on Foxtel and stuff, so they can't call it a network exclusive. If it's on pay-per-view, which it will be, they're gonna have to do, like here in Australia, they'll have to do late morning or afternoon time in Australia to get it at night time for US, just so they keep everything on, which I'm fine with. Early morning, late morning, afternoon time. I keep saying early, but yeah, that's pretty much all I really want to talk about. It's crazy. It really is crazy if this happens. Australia breaking the attendance record. Just have a think about that for a second. I think it'll be the first pay-per-view outside North America. So that would be insane. Imagine if a title changed hands. That'd be cool as. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy, smash the like button. WWE looking to expand, and they're doing it in a big way, it looks like. For 2018 October, I'll definitely be going. If it happens, like, I'm saving up. So, watch all the videos, guys, if you want to get me there. I'm not going to set up a Patreon or GoFundMe, because that's ridiculous. But if you guys want to help me get there, go watch all my videos, because I'm not going to pay for all of it, of course, because I'm not going to get that much money, but it'd be nice to, contribute to it. So, go watch all my videos if you want to help me get there. Thank you so much for watching. If you subscribe, if you haven't already, hopefully, I'll say 5 years. If Global Warning 2, it's probably going to be called Global Warning 2, in October 2018 does well, give it 5 years, WrestleMania will be here. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, of course. I'll see you guys all later. Drag out!